Hey guys, welcome back to B&E Ball Talk. We're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna dive into our recap of Week 1. We start on Thursday Night Football. I should say, because of the debates on Tuesday, we did not. Nice, Zach. Because of the debate on Tuesday, we didn't record on Wednesday. Normally, we record on Wednesdays. Or on Tuesdays. Release on Wednesday. So, just want to get that out there. Anyways. Recap of Week 1. Chiefs game. Zach and Scott were there. They beat the Ravens 27-20. Toe likely had a toe out of bounds. It came down to the wire just like I predicted, and we covered like I picked. So felt good about this one. You guys were there, so I'll let you guys kind of recap it a little bit better than we could.
Go for it, Zach.
Dude, all I can think about is like the last few minutes. Like the whole game to me is like just all I think about is the last couple minutes because me and Scott ran down to the lower bowl for the very end, and we had a bird like just a right like view right at the angle where he stepped out of bounds, and we literally booked it out of the stadium before anybody even knew, and ran to the far end of Arrowhead. We were dying, but it was worth it. We heard the crowd go nuts, so like that was dude, that was
For the
so fun,
review,
man.
oh man, I bet it was
Oh, it
so
was the
sick.
best.
That was
It was awesome.
that was
What if
one
they
of
didn't overturn it? Were you just gonna miss OT?
Steve, I knew. Like
Oh,
I
actually, he
was
was going
that
for two.
confident that we were gonna beat the traffic because I just knew he was out. It was awesome though. It was a great way to kick off the first game of the season.
that was
Great
one
banner
of the
night.
loudest games that I've been to at Arrowhead too.
Damn. Yeah, I love hearing that. Sweet, dude. Yeah, it was just your classic Chiefs Ravens matchup. Steve, you got anything to add before we move on?
Nah.
All right.
Oh wait,
All
Kev,
right.
we
What?
should
Yeah.
introduce Professor X has joined the conversation for the next elite offensive weapon that the Chiefs have.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. No, Xavier Worthy was outstanding, man. He had 2 touchdowns, one on the ground and one through the air. So, dude, he looks it's crazy. After Rasheed being so successful as a rookie last year, I think Reed is kind of over the whole I'm going to wean my rookies into this shit because he's just too talented to keep him off the field. And he looked good in the snaps that he was in. So we featured him a ton. That was kind of surprising. So good to see that. All right, moving on. Packers Eagles. Eagles on Friday night get the win 34-29. The field in Brazil was awful the first half. Everyone was sliding. It was pretty bad. And then story of this game was Jordan Love going down second to last play of the game. He'll be missing a few weeks. Luckily, it wasn't too serious, but something like that could maybe linger all season long. What did you guys think of this game? Eagles got a big win.
Before we continue, we need to say we're watching right now during Thursday Night Football. Bills are up 7-0. It's like 6:23 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, we all did our picks before the game. We're all in the trust tree, so we all have our picks. We'll talk about that when we cover the Week 2 slate. But yeah, back to Packers Eagles. What are your guys' first thoughts? I mean,
You said this was the story of the game was Jordan Love. The story of the game was Saquon.
True. Go
Dude
off,
is
King.
an absolute animal.
I would just like
Hopefully,
to talk a little bit too about how you guys all thought I was crazy for the Eagles and
yeah.
my Super Bowl comment. You guys have Packers in the Super Bowl, and head to head early on, I'm not that crazy right now.
I told
Not right
you
now.
were starting to talk me into it. Like they looked really good. Saquon is a difference maker. He takes a lot of weight off of Jalen's shoulders. That's for sure.
I think Green Bay looked really good too. I think it was just two very good top of the conference teams going at it.
Dude, it was an awesome game, and also
Yeah.
like, I'm here for the Friday football. I mean, not every week, but that was dope for
Yeah,
the
that was
first
cool.
week.
It was way better than the doubleheader Monday night.
Yes,
sure.
completely agree with that.
Yeah.
I wonder what the viewership was like.
Oh, I'm sure it was good. I mean, it's football, dude. Scott, you got anything?
Saquon might have 20 touchdowns this year.
Damn.
I hope so.
Offensive
We only need
MVP,
17
dark horse.
What's that?
I
I'm
said,
still sticking with the Lions in the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, we'll get to them. All right, next game. We can breeze through this one. Saints beat the shit out of the Panthers 47-10. I was wrong. I take back everything I said. Bryce Young is just bad. We watched
I told you.
we watched that game on Red Zone, and he just is bad. It sucks. It's unfortunate, but it's reality. The Panthers legit might be one of the worst franchises in all of sports right now. They're so bad. You can't get beat by the fucking Saints that bad. They made Derek Carr look like a Hall of Famer. I just good on the Saints though, man. They took care of business in the NFL. Blowouts don't come easy, so good for them. Starting the season strong for the Saints.
I love the Red Zone update of a Derek Carr bomb to Raheed Shaheed. That's always fun. That dude is fast.
Yeah, dude, the Panthers might not win a game.
They're so bad, dude. They look like they legit. I know it's one game, but they legit looked worse than some of the Rams teams we used to go see. So
They sold out for Bryce Young, dude.
They sold out for Bryce Young, and he is not the guy. That's what sucks. Is like he's not even good.
I'd rather pay to watch him play than drive to the Dome to watch Sean Hill.
I don't know, man. Maybe in hindsight, maybe that's not the truth.
Who won more games?
I would rather watch Austin Davis. Austin Davis wore number 9 better. Fact.
Oh, absolutely.
No one even knows who that is. Half our listeners don't.
Sean Hill has grandkids right now. I mean, dude, he's probably pushing like 55, 60.
There's Zach, stop.
Steve, he was like 45. Well, okay, he's probably like
Zach,
55.
not pushing 60.
All right, we're getting off track because this game really didn't mean shit. We don't know anything about the Saints really because they played a really bad Panthers team. So we can move on to the next game. Another bad team. The Vikings absolutely shithoused the Giants in MetLife. I'm a coward. I told everybody. If you follow me on Twitter, I tweeted it out. This should have been my game of the year. I should have emptied the bank account. The Vikings were not going to lose this game with the Giants wearing those hideous uniforms. It was an abomination to wear those uniforms, and it might have been an even bigger abomination to keep putting Daniel Jones on that football field. That dude is terrible. Scott?
Newsflash, man. No, dude, Daniel Jones is just fucking atrocious.
It's going to cost Dable his job, and he's not a bad coach.
Yeah, no, that's the story of the Giants this year. Dable's not a bad coach, but he's going to get fired because Daniel Jones is who the front office chose to fucking pay. And then, meanwhile, you got Saquon going off. Like, if you're a Giants fan, they're probably down bad, almost as bad as the Panthers, but Panthers fans don't really exist because they're selling tickets for like $1 right now. So, two terrible teams that we probably won't spend a lot of time talking about this year.
I mean, I don't feel sorry for Giants fans. New Yorkers suck.
True.
Hey, I'm walking in.
Zach, anything to add to this game?
Dude, I feel bad for those hideous jerseys. The Giants made them look way fucking worse. Way worse.
Yeah. Oh, and I mean, kind of similar to the Saints, we don't really know much about the Vikings because they played such a bad Giants team. So good on the Vikings for taking care of business. I feel like, this wasn't a game that a lot of people were tuning into. So, all right, moving on. We got the shocker of the week. The Patriots upset the Bengals in the jungle 16-10. This was just, I think, the Patriots defense is still really fucking good, even though Belichick's still not there. That corner that was a rookie from last year, Gonzalez, that kid is unreal. He's like a top talent in the league. And just Joe Burrow, like 10 points, man. That's pretty fucking bad.
Do you guys think this is more like this is the storyline? The Bengals is this classic slow start, or did they look like worse than the typical?
I think this is just what they do every year.
Dude, it's becoming like a betting trend, man. Bengals early in the season. Like, this is wild.
Chase played, I think they said like 20 to 30 snaps, no T. Higgins. And honestly, dude, they fumbled the ball in the end zone. Like, they could have won the game.
I mean, I feel like this is also like one of those things where like none of us know Zach Taylor, like their coach. Like no one ever talks about him as being an elite coach. And this is probably one of the like underlying reasons why is because they start out every season like not caught up. It's almost like they have to get the feel of the game, and I feel like that's kind of on coaching, especially with the philosophy of don't play your guys at all in the preseason, so they get zero like real game time speed reps. The Chiefs, they play their guys in the preseason. We come out hot every year. The Bengals sit everybody. They come out slow. I mean,
you know what? This might be what keeps them every year from having home advantage.
Yeah. So it's just it's maybe it's a trend. It is a trend at this point, but I also think the biggest thing I thought was the Patriots ran all over them because they lost Reader, that big D tackle. I think that showed. Ramondre had a day, and that's something teams can exploit. They lost some pieces on defense, and Joe Burrow looked like shit. And I know he did this last year, and he came through, but you can't deny that he looked bad. Like he was missing throws all day.
Their offensive line was not blocking well. Did they lose people?
I think so. I think they might have lost a few. They're not much improved. I mean, their best offensive lineman is Orlando Brown, and we know how not great he is. So, but yeah, anything else? I mean, you guys pretty much covered it. This could just be fraud. What about the Patriots? Do you guys think they could maybe have some kind of decent season?
Good for them showing up and getting a W, but I still think they suck too.
Yeah.
I think this was more of a case of the Bengals suck and the Patriots just showed up to play football. I don't think the Patriots are going to be great or anything.
Best case scenario, they win 9 games. That's the best case scenario, I think.
That's even pretty high.
That's
so
not even going to happen. There's no.
Yeah, but no, you said best case, but that's probably right. All right, moving on. Next game, we got the Steelers beating the Falcons on the road. The Steelers scored 0 touchdowns, and they got the win. Justin Fields kind of took care of the ball. Did he have any turnovers? I don't know. I don't think he did. He took care of the ball, and that's what they needed to do to win. Because I got to tell you guys, that Steelers defense is for real, and that's why I picked them to win this game. And the Falcons came out slow. Kirk looked really rusty. He did not look good. But again, I think a lot of that has to do with the Steelers defense.
Comparing stat lines, they both had, so Fields had 156 passing, Cousins 155. Fields had no touchdowns or picks. Cousins had 1 pick, 2 picks, one touchdown. So Fields took care of the ball. Kirk Cousins did not. He might have lost a fumble too. I'm not seeing that on the passing stats, but
Kirk Cousins is not healthy. He's not healthy.
Yeah.
And Michael Penix, that pick, everyone's looking a little bit less at the Falcons now.
Michael Penix is going to be a stud when he plays.
TJ Watt TJ Watt is just absurd too. He wrecked this game. He was unbelievable. If he's healthy, he's the best defensive player in the league.
We just needed one healthy season to see him break the sack record.
Yeah. And then what was my other? Oh, Kyle Pitts for fantasy people. Kyle Pitts found the end zone. Hallelujah. Good for him.
I did hear whenever Russell Wilson is healthy that the job might go back to him. But I think if the Steelers end up 2-0, you have to just ride with Fields.
Yeah, I mean, no one can make that decision that's not in the locker room. You have to. It's all about vibes. If the guys are following Fields, then you keep them.
Everyone seems to really like Justin Fields, and everyone seems to really dislike Russell Wilson.
That's what I pick up from the outside. So
you guys haters of Russie?
I'm really not a hater of Russ. I actually thought he was going to work out there, but this injury, unfortunately, has totally screwed him.
Looks like he was somewhat effective on the ground, too. 57 yards running around for Justin Fields. If they get that more in the game plan, it could be extremely effective.
If they would have scored 1 touchdown, this game looks completely different. People would be raving about Fields' performance. So he took care of the ball, and that instead of putting in harm's way, trying to score and forcing it. I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of hope for Fields. I hope he does good. I really hope he does. And I know I was shitting on him last week, saying if he started, they were fucked. But he took care of the ball. That's huge. Hopefully, he's learned from his mistakes in Chicago. All right, next game we've got the Texans beat the Colts 29-27. They did not cover. This was a bad beat. for sure. The Colts had a chance to win this. They looked really good. Richardson looked good. He threw the best ball of the week. I'll give him that. It was the most beautiful deep ball. Perfect Alec Pierce in the end zone. That was early in the game. Didn't the Colts, I think the Colts were leading at half. Is that correct?
Man,
Yes.
No,
yeah.
they're down 12-7.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. But
I'm
they,
pretty
I mean,
sure
the
the Colts were leading at some point in that game.
yeah, like they looked good in this game. So like this was a classic divisional clash, and props to the Colts. That's as good as you can look in a loss to one of the AFC favorites.
Do you guys want to jump on my team of the year?
Colts never led.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, they never
Damn,
led.
that was like the closest game to never lead.
That was the best game of the noon slate. That game was electric.
Yeah.
But yeah, both quarterbacks had pretty solid stat lines. Stroud took care of the ball. Joe Mixon looked amazing.
Oh, yeah. He was kind of the Saquon of this game.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
he rushed for $159, had a touchdown, no gloves. I mean, he looked awesome. He looked so effective.
Arian Foster, that shit.
Yeah, dude. I was talking to Chili, and he's like, yeah, they ran right through their defense, their D line. He was very disappointed in the way their D line looked in Indy because they couldn't stop the run, and that's noteworthy because in the AFC, if you can't stop the run, good luck.
Does Tua have 2 picks right now?
You throw another one?
Yeah.
First one off the receiver. That one was ass.
Oh, it's
Chosen. Chosen Anderson. All right. Any more notes on this game?
No, great game.
It was a great game. That's
going to be a fun division to watch.
Moving on, one of the teams playing tonight, the Bills get an important win against the Cardinals, a comeback win. The Cardinals were looking really good in the first half, and they ran out of gas. They really blew it. And then, of course, at the end of the game, the Cardinals had a chance to win it. Marvin Harrison wide open. Kyler just missed him. That shit happens. Everyone's making too big of a deal about that. That's just one play. The Cardinals blew it overall. But props to the Bills. Josh Allen had a Josh Allen game, man. He took over. If he continues that pace, he definitely will be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, I'm going to eat my words that I just said. This might have been the game of the new. This game was insane.
It was a really fun game. A lot of scoring.
Kyler looked amazing. He looked freaking awesome, dude. And like the Cardinals are going to be so fun to watch this year. I'm really excited about it. They're just going to put up points and give up points. I love that.
Yeah. I was disappointed in Kyler because he looked so sharp and so good in the first half, and he just started turning the fucking ball over and just totally threw that game away.
He didn't have any picks. Did he fumble?
Wait.
No picks.
Are you serious?
Looking at the stats
then
right now.
Someone was fumbling then because they just
rushing. Dude, but yeah, I don't know how he led the team in rushing. Every time I saw it looked like James Conner was running hard.
Well, James Conner had a good game, but Kyler, he looked good. Yeah. So I guess like if you're a Cardinals fan, I mean, you just went wire to wire with the Bills. It's got to feel good, especially with watching the game right now. So, my biggest takeaway of week one as a whole is that not a lot has changed from last season. And the Bills kind of, I picked them to be possible missing the playoffs, and I don't know if I'm going to have that take again this year because they have Josh Allen, man.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's wild. He's a wild animal out there, man.
He's so fun to watch, man.
So fun.
Scott?
I still don't think they have a defense, man. I'm not going to pick them to make the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 28 points to the Cardinals is probably concerning.
Yeah, but like 7 teams make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the AFC is loaded.
Yeah.
Like some good teams are going to miss the playoffs in the AFC.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next game. This one was viral. Titans lose to the Bears 24-17. The Bears had an awful day on offense. They got bailed out by special teams and defense. And the worst play of the week goes to Will Levis. They had the game. They were up the whole game, and then he just fell apart, man. And to top it all off, he just backhand throws the ball, trying to just throw it away or make a play or something, and just throws a horrible pick six. And that was the difference in the game that killed them.
Yeah, man. I was like gonna jot down notes because I was like, damn, dude, like I want to remember this for the podcast. But first half, I'm like, damn, dude, Will Levis, he looked lean. He looked like he was in amazing shape. And then he's out there slinging the rock. Then the second half, he's just throwing dumbass interceptions, making horrible decisions. I think he like owned it and was like, I just gotta check and not, be so reckless with the ball. And I heard someone saying this. It's like all these people want to act like Mahomes and extend the play and do their own type of magic. But dude, Mahomes is one of one. Maybe Josh Allen is a guy like that too. But like, you can't just go on and extend every play. You got to be a Sam Bradford and check down occasionally.
Well, and it's almost like you got to earn that play. Like
Right.
like Mahomes makes some dumbass plays to this day, but he's earned that right because of the crazy shit he's pulled off.
True.
So,
Dude, arguably the worst pick of his career just happened on Thursday. That was literally like the worst pick I've ever seen in my life.
Nothing will ever be worse than the Washington football team one. Never forget. I'll never forget that pick. I was in awe. Do any of you guys remember that? Where
Yeah.
he just it popped up in the air. It was so bad. All right. Yeah. So Caleb Williams. What about paint and nails quarterbacks can't win in the NFL?
I still stand by that.
93 yards, Kev.
He had a terrible game, but he got the dub.
You can win by the other team losing to you. Like the Titans gave them the game.
He got the dub, dude.
I tried so hard to find a picture of him just doing this with fingernails, Kevin, and I was literally gonna Photoshop just scooter one and post it on our page on each nail.
Well,
Do you guys notice that he had like minimum 4 balls batted down? Like, he's gonna have to change something with his delivery, or these linemen they go after these short quarterbacks, put their hands up.
He's just gonna have to learn, man. He's gonna have to learn that this league is different.
He needs to learn
the way I learned. All right, Zach, next game. We might have lost Zach. I don't know.
Oh,
he's back. He's back.
All right. I didn't know that. I was checking the score of the game because my TV went out. I didn't realize it would like turn off my podcast. My bad.
It's 7-all.
Still driving.
All right. Next game. We've got the Dolphins pull off a comeback win against the Jaguars, 20-17. Tyreek Hill had a huge touchdown in this one that ended up being a huge difference maker. The Jags were looking good in the first half. A lot of these games have similar storylines. The Jags were looking good in the first half, and they blew it. Shout out to what's his name, Brian Thomas, the rookie for the Jags. He had his first touchdown catch. That was a beautiful throw, beautiful catch. Didn't get a chance to watch too much of this game. I don't know what the issues were with the Jags in the second half, but they looked so good in
the second half.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, you just can't. I guess when it comes down to the NFL, you got to mitigate mistakes like that.
This was just an witching hour. So many like leads changed. It was just, dude, it was just awesome. But this game, yeah, the Dolphins just took over. Like, they couldn't really get the offense going. Jags had like solid defense, and they couldn't score in the second half. And everyone's like, Jaguars fans were all just like, typical Jags. This is what the Jags do. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, maybe it is.
It's still a good Dolphins team though, man, and they went wire to wire. So maybe in the long run, this will be a good loss. It's just so early in the year, but dude, it's just the AFC is so fucking stacked. So like when you're that close, you gotta capitalize and get the win.
I just don't know about Trevor Lawrence, man. Like,
he looked good. I mean,
he didn't throw for many 160 yards. Like, I mean, he took care of the ball, didn't turn it over, but that's not going to win you games with that stat line typically.
This season is huge for him, even though he got paid already. I think this season will be huge for Jaguars fans, at
I
least.
settle in; they'll be all right. But I don't know, man. If they're going to make playoffs, it's going to be close.
Yeah. Oh yeah. AFC
That
stacked.
that division's awesome.
Yep. They went from super boring to watch 2 years ago to one of the most exciting ones. All right, next game. We got the Seahawks beating the Broncos 26-20. This game was a little weird. There were two safeties for the Broncos early. Their defense was looking good, but ultimately Bo Nix, the hype was not real. He didn't look too great. He did get his first touchdown at the end, towards the end of the game to make it a one-score game. It was a rushing touchdown though.
Yeah, he didn't throw for one.
Yeah. So, good win for the Seahawks. They took care of business. But not quite looking like a playoff team to me. We'll see. Kenneth Walker had a good game. He's a stud in this league. But I think we all would have the same take when it comes to the Seahawks. As long as Geno's there, they're not serious.
No, I mean he's a good bridge guy, but I mean they have no.
Where's the other end of the bridge though, dude?
No, I know that's a problem. He's like a bridge to nowhere right now. But yeah, Bo Nix, he led their team in rushing with 35 yards. They couldn't establish the run. You gotta, if you're going to Seattle as a rookie, you need help from your line and your running back to get you some yards, and that's a horrible stat line. But dude, the Seattle defense was ferocious.
I love both defenses.
Both
But
defenses.
Seattle's defense is so, like, their young corners are so good, man. Like Witherspoon is so good, and I wanted to mention the Seahawks coach. He's a Harbaugh disciple. His name's slipping my mind,
Mike
but
McDonald.
yeah, Mike McDonald. He's a Harbaugh disciple, so like he could be another really good coach in the league. Who knows? Like if he's been learning from those guys for the last however many years, like that's going to be another tough team. So,
He coached at
yeah, Michigan and Baltimore with both brothers.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember him now.
Yeah, and he's pretty young, so watch out for that team to just. I feel like they're just going to be defensively led. So
they're also in a tough division, so
yeah. So which is why I'm not convinced on them being a playoff team quite yet. But a lot of football to be played. All right.
Bart, I love Miami Stadium. God, it's so sick.
Hard Rock. Never forget our first Super Bowl with Mahomes. Okay. Next game. Chargers beat the Raiders 22-10. This was pretty surprising. I was shocked at how bad the Raiders looked. Thought Minshew would be a little bit better, but I guess he's in a new system. Who knows? Then maybe they could get better. But this game was not super. I feel like this was just Harbaugh probably out coaching Staley. Is that his name, Staley?
Pierce?
What?
Antonio Pierce?
Pierce. I was thinking of Deuce Staley. Why? They're both bald black guys. Sorry.
Wow.
But what? Sue me.
Easy, John Gruden.
But no, but Harbaugh is a great coach, man, and I just think both of these teams. We'll see when they both play actual teams. You know,
had pressure in his face every time he dropped back.
Mm-hmm.
Who did?
Oh yeah, Bosa was actually on the field. That was probably a big difference maker with the start of this Chargers season.
Mack were ripping through the Raiders O-line.
Yeah.
His stat line's not bad though. I mean, threw for 257, touchdown and a pick. Like if they could protect him a little bit, they can maybe be effective. But I mean, yeah, this game sucked. If I'm being honest.
It's a nothing burger. We don't know shit about either team yet.
That's true.
All right, next game. This one has some drama we can talk about. The Cowboys absolutely killed the Browns, 33-17. Dak looked like Dak from last year. He looked good, took care of the ball. Deshaun Watson's the story here. He looks like booty cheeks. I've said it since he left Houston. He's not good. He has lost it. I'm really interested to hear what your take is, Scott, because you're the biggest Deshaun rider.
Dude, I think his team has just given up on him too. Like there's no coming back.
Are you still not going to admit that he's a problem?
Hey, retard. I just said he's done while you were sitting there freaking out in your head.
You
All right.
just said the team is giving up on him. That's
Yeah,
how you started.
the team clearly does not care for the dude if you just watch him on the field. He's terrible though. He's not the guy.
What the chatter is about him. So apparently he just this was a thing in Houston too. Like he didn't know the playbook, so they just tailored the offense to like his strengths, and that's why he was so successful there. And now Stefanski, he's like, no, this is my offense. You have to run it. That's why Flacco just comes in and was so effective because he knew the offense, and Deshaun just can't pick it up. Like he's like not an X's and O's guy. Like he just can't pick up the offense, and it's just not a good offensive system for his talents. And Stefanski's like, well, dude, this is the offense. This is like what circles like players in locker rooms are like words getting around the league. That's
If that's the case, shame on the Browns, like top organization, like the people running the organization, the GM and the scouts. Because if you can't figure that out and you're going to pay him that kind of money, that's all I need to know about your organization. Like you're pathetic.
it's the Browns.
You're an organization that's in Ohio. Like you bleed football. How do you not fucking know these things? That's
The
embarrassing.
worst trade in NFL history.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So
Kevin, wouldn't you have had the idea when they guaranteed him $275 million and he has 30 sexual assault complaints against him? Like that would have given me the
that
first
is
inkling, not the playbook.
That is a big part of all this too, man. Like he's got more fucking legal issues coming down the pipeline, and it's like it would be as a human being, it would be kind of hard to focus on football when you got like constant people trying to sue you and take you to jail.
I'm on Me Too side, Kev.
No. Like this guy's a scumbag. I'm just saying, like I bet this dude is just mentally checked out.
He got his guaranteed money.
Yeah, like why would he be Why would he be locked in?
Dude, it's a wrap. Start Jameis.
And that's what I wanted to say before we moved on. It's time for Jameis, dude. And those players will fucking play for him, you know? Like, he's a motivator. He's not the most talented or skilled or intelligent, but he is a motivator, and he will fucking give them everything he's got. And you cannot say that about Deshaun. So it's time for Jameis already. I know it's been one game, but I don't think they're going anywhere, especially in the stacked AFC.
Maybe next time, Deshaun.
What, Scott?
Maybe next time, Deshaun.
All right, Steve.
Dallas looked really good. Ezekiel Elliott is back. I didn't even know that. Like that was so hilarious to see.
He is wearing 15 too. I love it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, he'll retire a Cowboy. Love that. Okay, moving on. Bucks take care of the Commanders, 37-20. Jaden Daniels gets his first career touchdowns rushing, but he did not get any throwing. He looked pretty good in his debut, but the Commanders' defense is very, very bad. Also, Baker stepped up and looked really good. He did what he needed to do. If you watch the Mike dub, he was just like, if you give me one-on-one with Mike, I'm throwing it to him every fucking time. And guess what? That's what good quarterbacks do. That's what good quarterbacks do. I'm so happy for Baker. What do you guys think about this one?
Baker is sick, dude. 4 touchdowns, 289. Like, I'm just so happy for him because, like, his teammates love him. Just a good footballer guy, plays for the team. And then Mike Evans, like, this guy.
Remember when Tommy was like, this is the year he won't get 1,000. It's like, you're just so stupid by now. How have you not realized that this guy is unbelievable? He's so good. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question.
If he stays healthy, he's getting 1,000. Like, that's like death, taxes, and Mike Evans getting 1,000. Like,
legit.
The dude is all time. Like, he's so sick. And that dude, the way he adjusted his hands to catch that ball in the end zone, he's nasty.
No, he's
I'm
very
glad
good.
I saw the fight like 3 years ago. I was like a Mike Evans hater, and then I just like, you know what, this guy is good. And then, of course, everyone is like on that train now except Tom.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Very few haters left. I don't think we need to spend too much more time on this one. All right, next game. Sunday Night Football. The Rams Lions go to OT, but the Lions get the win 26-20. This was a fun, entertaining game. Two, in my opinion, future playoff teams. The Rams looked really good. They lost Puka Nacua, which sucks, but not for the whole season. It should be just a few games, I think. But Cooper Kupp was unstoppable, damn near. But the Lions pulled out the win. They just pounded the rock at the end. This was just a classic, good football game.
Cool for Jameson Williams, man. St. Louis guy.
Yeah, he looks good. He's fast as fuck.
Dude, man, Stafford looked really good too. I thought the Rams were going to get it, man, to be honest with you. It was a close game, and they could have had it.
I mean, it went to overtime. The Lions covered, but it went to overtime, so it was a close game. Good game.
Dude, they only got 13 yards out of St. Brown.
And one, yeah.
Like, the Lions are nasty.
That was clearly the game plan to like shut down St. Brown.
Yeah,
and
they were doubling.
Laporta didn't even do that much. Like it was all Jameson Williams and Gibbs, and like they had so many different people that could change the game. It's crazy.
The 1-2 punch Gibbs and Montgomery is so good, man. Those two running backs complement each other so well, and that's and they know that and they use it. So props to the Lions. They looked good. They look like the team that was promised, you know. So
God, you want to say something nice about Jared Goff?
I love Jared Goff.
Oh wow. How the turntables turn. Okay, next game, the final game of week 1. The Niners took care of business against the Jets, 32-19. This wasn't close. The Niners just handled them. The Jets had one good drive in the beginning, and the rest was kind of history. The best news here, though, is Rodgers looks good and healthy. He's still got his arm. The Jets just got to keep him up. Unfortunately, they opened the season against one of the best teams in the league. I think the Jets will still be okay, but they were shown what they have to be if they want to be actual contenders.
So Rodgers and Kirk, same injury, similar stat line, but I thought Rodgers looked way better.
Oh, yeah.
And they pulled him, which was smart. They knew the game was out of reach.
Ayahuasca.
I don't see the Jets. I don't know, man. I think they're like an average team. They might win 10 games.
I want to say this about the Jets. I said they've had back-to-back good years of defense, and I said it's hard to maintain that. Like they've had top 5, top 3 defenses back-to-back years. To maintain that's really difficult, and they got scored on, I think, almost every drive in that game.
6 field goals, and it is the Niners, and that offense has been playing together literally for like 5 years now.
I know. But, I mean, 32 points, that's a lot of points.
My biggest takeaway from all of week 1 is literally just don't overreact to everything. I think the Jets are still a loaded team. They literally just played at San Fran.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I said. It's one of the hardest games on their schedule.
So shout out to Mason. He had a great game, but I saw some idiots saying, "Oh, is CMC a system running back?" I'm like, "No, you idiot. He killed it in Carolina too." Like,
yeah.
He plays in a system for running backs. But
I will say this though, man. This is like that's just a perfect example of why you should never pay a running back though. Like they just especially in the Shanahan system, they literally just plugged a undrafted guy in, and he had a McCaffrey stat line. So I love Christian, and he would have done amazing if he played, but I don't know. I would never pay running back. Would never do it.
You pay CMC. Don't be an idiot.
Oh, well, he's the great white hope, so I would pay him my money. But all right, let's move on to week 2, boys. I'm gonna try to get through this a little fast. Right now we're watching Thursday Night Football. It's Bills Dolphins. We all had our picks beforehand. I had Bills. Steve had Bills. Zach and Scott had the Dolphins, and the line was what?
-3.5. 3.5.
2.5.
Oh, 2.5.
When we said it was 2.5,
You're right.
And it was Dolphins -2.5, correct?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we don't really need to discuss that one much. We're watching right now.
Live update is 1st and goal on the 1 yard line. Bills up 10-7.
Who's got the ball?
Bills.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next game, the first one for the noon slate. We've got the Niners taking on the Vikings. This one is in Minnesota. What's the spread here, Steve?
San Francisco -5.5, over under 46.5 points.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to overthink this. Give me San Fran. I think they'll roll.
Same.
Yeah, I'm shocked by this line.
Sweep it.
That's a B&E sweep.
All right, love that. Moving on, next game we got the Seahawks taking on the Patriots. This one is in Gillette. What's the spread here, Steve?
Intriguing line. Seattle is favored -3.5, over under 38.5.
Dude, do the Patriots start 2-0? I mean, this isn't one of the more difficult games on their schedule.
I'll take Seattle.
I'll take the Patriots to cover.
Dude, that's such a low line, 38.5. But I'm gonna take the Pats also.
I'm taking the over.
All right. Sweet. Next game, we've got the Giants taking on the Commies. This one is in Washington. Steve, what's the spread here? I forgot. This is a divisional matchup. Like,
Commies -1.5, over under 42.5.
yeah, dude, I'm gonna keep fading the Giants until it bites me. I like the Commies here. I like what I saw from the Commies offense. Their defense is bad, but I mean, you got to stop Daniel Jones. So I like the Commies here. I understand the spread, but I trust the Commies.
This is like a Daniel Jones like legacy game right here. Either you turn it right now or you're done, which I think they're done. So I'm gonna go Commies at home -1.5.
Commanders.
Command.
That's a B&E sweep.
Love it. All right, next game we got the Chargers taking on the Panthers. This one is in Charlotte. What's the spread here, Steve?
Chargers, Panthers. Okay. Chargers -4.5, over under 38.5.
Dude, Panthers might not score a point.
I know. I'm guys. I'm debating GOTY right now, but I can't do it on the Chargers. I'm hammering the Chargers here. Like, there's no
Dude,
way the
why on
Panthers are
earth?
covering that.
Why on earth does Vegas have this as a 4?
4 point. I know that's crazy.
God, it's the travel. That's why.
I don't give a fuck.
Don't care.
It's a Harbaugh coach team.
Zach.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Yeah, I'm riding.
That's a B&E sweep.
Damn, we're sweeping, boys. All right, next game we got the Saints taking on the Cowboys. This one's in Jerry World. This will be fun. This will be a nice little test to see how these teams stack up in the NFC. What's the spread here, Steve?
Cowboys -6.5, over under 46.5.
That line is scary, but I'm gonna go ahead and take early season Cowboys are different. I'm gonna take Cowboys to cover that. I know it's the NFL and it's a big spread, but
Cowboys too.
I'm on the over.
I'm on the over also.
Oh, nice. That's a good pick. All right. Next, we got the Colts taking on the Packers. This is in Lambeau, but it's not freezing. It's early in the season, so the weather should be decent. What's the spread here, Steve?
Colts -3, over under 40.5.
We will note, have you seen Matt LaFleur double down that Jordan Love is not ruled out?
Yeah, which is just stupid, man. Even if he plays, they're not going to like try to push him. I don't know.
Dude,
the Colts...
Jordan Love playing injured will get you the same results as Malik Willis.
I know that it's a wrap if Malik Willis plays, but so I'm not gonna go overthink it. It's the Colts. He's just fucking with the Colts to make them try to game plan differently.
What's the under?
40.5.
Dude, just give me the Colts.
Team of Destiny, Colts.
No Jordan Love. Colts. That's a
Damn, we're sweeping so much. I don't like it. All right. Browns Jaguars is our next matchup. This one is in Jacksonville. What's the spread here, Steve?
The Jaguars -3 over under 40.
I like that spread. Give me the Jaguars here. I liked what I saw from them last week, despite some of you guys might think. And I'm just so low on the Browns. Talk about a legacy game, Steve. Is this a Deshaun legacy game?
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, give me Jags.
Oh my God, something's just telling me to go Cleveland here.
If Jameis gets in the game,
Did you say the over-under's 40?
41.5.
Give me the under.
What's the spread?
3.
Give me Cleveland.
I'm taking Cleveland also.
all right. Next game, we got the Jets taking on the Titans. This one's in Nashville. This is a nice matchup. I kind of like this. This will be fun to watch. What's the spread here, Steve?
New York -3.5 over under 41.5.
Dude,
Back-to-back away games for the Jets.
Meow. Give me the Jets. Their defense is nasty. I think they'll force Will Levis into some stupid turnovers or something.
Yeah, I'm on the Jets too, man. I'm not going to overthink this. That's not even that crazy of a line. Appropriate.
give me the Titans, man. I think the Titans are gonna. They're one of those teams that does this shit. Like they'll show you one thing and then show you a completely different team the next week.
Kevin,
Got a dog.
I'm with you. I'm with you, and the reason I'm with you is because I want the city of New York to start burning, and the Jets 0-2 with a healthy Aaron Rodgers will
Yes.
start burning.
Yes. I love that. I love that.
I want chaos outside the state of Missouri.
All right. All right. Next game we've got the Bucks taking on the Lions. What's the spread here? This one's in Detroit.
That's going to be a great game.
Was this the playoff matchup last year?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this Lions -7.5
This
over
is
under 51.5.
this is a direct rematch because it's in Detroit too. So
Yeah, exactly.
sorry, what was the spread, Steve?
7.5 Lions.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bucks. I like that.
I feel like the Bucks is bait though, man.
I don't care. I'm biting.
I love Baker so much, but I think the Lions win by double digits.
I'm on the Lions.
I gotta go with my brain, not my heart. I'm going Lions too, man. All right.
It was the weakest lone wolf I've ever heard.
All right, next.
Or she'll go nuts if I go any louder.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dogs. All right. Next game, we've got the Raiders taking on the Ravens. Lot of jail time in this one. What's the spread here, Steve?
Ask the Houthis. Ravens -0.5 over under 41.5.
Minus what?
8.5.
Ooh, big spread. Ravens are going to be hungry after what happened last week. I know it's a big spread, but I'll take it. Maybe the Raiders are just going to suck this year. I don't know.
Dude, Baltimore should smash the Raiders in this game.
Baltimore.
I like Baltimore, but I like the over.
You like the over when the Raiders scored 10 points last week?
I'm taking the over.
All right, sick. Next game, we got the Rams taking on the Cardinals. This one's in Arizona. What's the spread here, Steve?
Zona -1.5 over under 47.5.
No Puka.
Where's that line coming from?
The Rams have 4 starting offensive linemen out for this game and no Puka.
Oh.
Puka?
Ooh, is this the game where Stafford gets broken, Steven? That's important information, but I'm still gonna go with the Rams here, man. I think they'll get it done. Money line would be an interesting bet here.
+102. Remember that for the parlay.
Yeah, McVay owns the Cardinals. I'll just
Yeah,
take the
yeah. I feel like I shouldn't overthink this one.
Yeah, I'm taking Rams.
Rams.
Is that a sweep, Scott?
No, wait, I can't. I can't allow the Rams to have a sweep. I'm taking the over.
respect that.
Yeah, I'll respect that. All right. Next, we've got the Bengals taking on the Chiefs. This one's going to be in Arrowhead. We all know the rivalry. What's the spread here, Steve?
Chiefs minus 5.5, over under 47.5.
I hate the spread. I'm going to take the Bengals to cover the spread just because every time we play them, it's close, and I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just going to take this spread. I'm going to take the Bengals on the spread. I think the Chiefs are going to win.
I think we're gonna fuck them.
We are going to
there's
tomahawk chop
potential.
them back to Cincinnati.
There's potential that we could really kill them, but it's Andy Reid, dude. He never does it.
Have he never does it?
He never kills teams.
Jesus, man.
Dude, Bills.
What?
Wild.
EV
Oh my God, that's his third?
in the first half.
Dude, I hate him so much.
Just an update on the Thursday night game. Cook has 3 touchdowns in the first half. Yeah,
Katie's
okay.
playing Jordan, and Jordan has Cook, I think.
Hey, we should call
Welcome to
Danny and
fantasy.
check in with him. Danny's having a rough one right now. One of our avid listeners. Big
Oh.
Miami guy.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is... Steve, me and you picked the Bills. It's not over, though. It's not over.
It's not over.
Kev,
What?
I'm going to go sprinkle some money on the Dolphins money line right now. That's how confident I still am.
I love that. As a Chiefs fan, I hope that happens.
Oh, and this is
Fuck
a
the Bills.
Everyone vote yes on Amendment 2 to legalize sports gambling.
Yes. Very important.
Amendment 2, vote yes. If you don't,
you don't like sports
your
gambling,
mom's a whore.
Double whammy for our avid listener, Alex Waite, who is a teacher and a gambler.
If you vote no, you don't care about the teachers.
If you vote
you don't
no,
care about the teachers. That too. If you live in Missouri,
you.
Amendment 2, vote yes. Okay. Moving on from our Chiefs Bengals, everybody got our picks there, right?
Yeah, okay. I took the under.
Cool.
Hear me say that.
Yeah. All right, next we've got the Steelers taking on the Broncos. This one's in Denver. That altitude. What's his name? Ryan Clark can't play. They're in the altitude. What's the spread here?
The Berg minus 2.5, over under 36.5.
Dude, I can't break. If I broke from what I do, I would take the under, but I won't.
What?
I have to pick a team. I won't do over unders. Won't do it. So I'm gonna go with the Steelers. Defense, I guess. This both defenses are really good, but hopefully Justin Fields can maybe break through though. So give me the Steelers.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna ride the Steelers.
Same.
It's a penny sweet.
All right, next game. We've got Sunday Night Football. We've got the rookie Caleb Williams going down to Houston to play Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. This one's in Houston. What's the spread here, Steve?
Houston minus 6.5, over under 45.5.
Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. Give me the Texans minus 6.5. I just don't. I don't think the Bears. I mean, dude, their offense was really bad, and the Texans' defense, their D line is like legit, so they could give Caleb Williams a real welcome to the NFL.
So the Bears' defense looked good, and Caleb on prime time, let's see what this guy can do. I'm taking the Bears plus 6.5.
I'll take
the over. Oh, sorry, Scott.
I'm on Houston.
I'm taking the over.
Love it. All right, next game. The final game, Monday Night Football. We got the Dirty Bird matchup. We got the Falcons taking on the Eagles. This one's in Philly, man. What's the spread here, Steve?
Eagles minus 6.5. Over under 47.5.
It's just crazy. I'm taking. Give me the Eagles. The Falcons. If they start 0-2, that'll be rough for them. But I just really like what I saw from the Eagles, and they're gonna be at home in front of those fucking fans, dude. Yeah, I like the Eagles.
I'm on Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm on Philly.
That's a penny sweep.
An eagle, y'all. An eagle, y'all. All right, that does it for week 2. So we're going to do our locks of the week. All right, boys. I said mine. I alluded to mine earlier. I'm just going to
Here,
go ahead and do it.
Let me give the
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Scott. Easy.
All right. You guys all won your locks. I lost by a half a point. Overall records: Zach 11-5.
Let's go, baby.
Steve 9-7. I was 8-8. Kev was 7-9. And the money line parlay lost by 2 points on the Colts.
Doesn't matter. It lost because Zach picked a fucking underdog. So let's try to win this money line parlay. Zach, speak for yourself.
I'm looking at my picks, but sucks because I'm gonna pick another underdog pick. So.
God, dude. If you lose again, like this is all on you.
Okay.
All right. So lock of the week. I'm gonna take the Chargers. What was the spread again?
4.5.
Okay.
Damn, are we allowed to use the same as somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, I'm sorry. Is that our lock of the week? Is that what you said, Kev?
That's my lock of the week. That's my lock of the week.
Okay.
You
Dude,
want the same?
Kev, you should literally just game of the year that.
I can't do it on Pizza Boy. I will never. Now, will I responsibly wager money on it? Possibly.
Well, guys, it's week 2. I have a game of the year.
No way. Let's hear it.
Dude, the Cowboys are going to butt fuck Derek Carr.
Oh,
I think this is going to be. The Cowboys have won their home opener 16 years in a row. Granted, that's not covering, but 1 touchdown. We saw what the Cowboys defense could do at home last year. Their offense is fucking, it's going to be great. And I literally think they're going to win this game like 40-10 or just an blowout.
Game of the year on the spread?
Yeah, dude. Like, I literally think
There's
they're going
no
to
such thing as a game of the year on just a money line.
No,
That's
I know,
funny.
but game of the year on like a big spread. What's the spread again?
It's 1 touchdown.
Oh, okay, 6.5. Okay,
I
thought it was
you know
8.5.
what's wild?
I actually
was
already bet on this at -5.5 or -6. But
Scott, I was thinking about the over in that game as my lock of the week, and I think that the Cowboys are going to put a 40 burger on him for sure.
Zach, that's my lock of the week is the over in that game.
What was the over under, Steve?
46.5.
in the Cowboys game,
Yeah, that's my lock of the week.
All right, well, since I just said that too, I'm going to probably take that as well.
Let's do it. Let's ride. That game's got a lot on the line.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, game of the year. We got a game of the year, boys.
Say 2 more things. I legitimately almost said I have 3 games of the year. I have 3 games that I'm so fucking confident on.
Let's parlay them and let's go big.
There is no way the Chargers should not cover 4.5. I don't think there's any way the Panthers score 10 plus points.
All right, well, we got our locks of the week, so let's just do our money line parlay here then.
Hold on.
So I'll take.
It's going to fuck the Raiders too. Yeah. Their home opener, and they literally.
Oh yeah, it's in Baltimore.
Like, I'm so high on those 3 games this week.
All right, well, I'll take for the money line parlay. I'll put the Chargers on my name.
Give me the Rams at plus money. I hate them, but give it to me.
Steve, do you want to take one of Scott's picks for the money line parlay?
I'll take Ravens for the money line parlay.
Okay.
Okay, so what do we have? Rams, Ravens, Chargers.
Yes.
What are we at?
We are at plus 245.
Just give me the Cowboys.
Yep. All right, let's get a dub.
Okay. That brings us to plus 368.
Now, we talk gambling on this show, so we want to remind everyone just to if you're going to gamble, do it responsibly. But if I were a betting man, I think some of these money lines, like there's no way the Ravens are going to start out 0-2. Like responsibly, might be putting a heavy bet on that one. And then Chargers possible GOTY, and then we got the Cowboys with Scott. If you're a listener, if you're a writer, you got to ride games of the year. It's just like a fact of life. I will,
even though one did lose last year, but
we don't like to bring that up too much. You know, we're gonna keep the vibes high here.
I think this is a really good week for like just big money line parlays in general too. There's a lot of lopsided games in my opinion this week. Like
week 2
you could throw Houston, you could throw Indy. There's some other just very easy games in my opinion.
Me and Scott were talking earlier in the week. We were like, week 2 is where gamblers can eat because of all the overreactions from the books. So, again, do it responsibly if you do it. For instance, I have to drive to Illinois to place bets. So vote yes. Vote yes on Amendment 2 if you live in Missouri. Again, just putting that out there. All right. So that's our Moneyline Parlay, boys. Any hot takes, bold predictions before we sign off?
This isn't a hot take, but dude, Deshaun's done. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is the last season for sure.
Has to be.
When he will be replaced in the season, that's to be determined. But yeah,
McCaffrey's going to be out.
Do you think he's going to be out for a long time?
I don't know, man. You better be pretty careful on Achilles.
He said today he was good to go. We'll see.
Dude, I'm like almost positive they said he's probably not playing.
I know, but he's saying that he's good to go. Like, that's what he is purposely saying. Like, he may end up not suiting up, but I think he's trying to downplay the situation.
Kevin, picture this. The Browns tank. Take Quinn Ewers. Bring him back to Ohio.
No, he's a Texas boy. I do not want... Don't ruin my boy in Cleveland. Please don't.
Picture this. Cleveland tanks. Luther Burden goes to Cleveland.
And they ruin his career. Yeah, like I would never wish that on anyone, to be drafted by the Browns. That's so sick. That's just so fucked up to wish on someone. But yeah, so I don't really have anything hot either, man. It's week 2.
Let's win some money.
I'm just enjoying. Yeah, my hot take is, if you don't vote yes on Amendment 2 in November in Missouri, you're a piece of shit. That's my hot take.
Hit the unsubscribe.
You just don't care about teachers, man. And if you don't care about teachers, then what is this all for? You know, they mold minds, man. They're good people. Some of the best people are teachers. Am I right, Tommy? I mean, guys, you know, I just want to stress that even more. Teachers are the backbone of America. So we need to pay them back. We need to pay them back with our gambling habits. So, what was that, Steve?
Educate the youth.
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Let's be an Ebor talk.